you have gone through a previous class, I think. In the previous class, I dealt 15th century English literature. As a part of 15th century English literature, some of the important poetry writers who belong to English Chaucerians and Scottish Chaucerians. 15th century, already you know, it is known as barren period. Why it is called barren period? Because most of the writings were imitations of Chaucer. Creativity or innovations or new things we did not find in the 15th century. Even then we have to remember some writers and important things in 15th century, because it is very important for you to for the examination point of view. Coming to the prose writers of 15th century, some of the prose writers you should remember in the 15th century, they are, note down children, Reginald Peacock, Fortescue, the John Fisher, Hugh Latimer, Sir Thomas More, Sir Thomas Malory, William Caxton. Okay, Reginald Peacock, Fortescue, Sir Fisher, John Fisher, Hugh Latimer, Sir Thomas More, Sir Thomas Malory. Sir Thomas More, important book of Thomas More is Utopia. That is very important. Next, Sir Thomas Malory, he wrote Morty D. Arthur. It is also very important book of Sir Thomas Malory. Now in the 15th century, William Caxton, he is famous for inventing the printing press in England. The particular year is 1476. In 1476, William Caxton, he invented the printing press in England, and he started translating or publishing the works of that period, all the Chaucer's work, this is Malory's works, all the works he started publishing and came into printing. Printing process was started by William Caxton. You should remember this, William Caxton in 1476, especially in England. He also translated 24 translations from French, Dutch and Latin also. Latin books also he translated. So the important point to remember is William Caxton. Coming to the drama point of view in 15th century, it was completely liturgical. That means it is consisting of related to religious purpose. The church played major role here. So British drama began. British drama started in the 15th century. Okay, liturgical drama, that means concerned to church. Okay, so the festivals like Christmas, Easter, they used to celebrate in the church. They used to perform the dramas in the church compound. So slowly what happened, due to overcrowd, the church place was not sufficient for the people to watch this drama. Slowly it shifted to marketplace. Like that drama came outside also. So the important things you have to remember in 15th century is miracle plays, mystery plays and morality plays. Miracle plays, mystery plays and morality plays. Miracle plays, it is a religious plays. The miracle plays or the religious plays, these are related to lives of saints and the miracles performed by them. Saints, S-A-I-N-T-S, saints, the saints, the people, religious people, the church people, the lives of saints and the miracles performed by them. The life and martyrdom of a saint is a central theme of miracle play. The life and martyrdom of the saint is a main central theme of the miracle play. Now note down the best example for miracle play is Noah and the flood. The best example of 15th century miracle play is Noah and the flood. Okay. Now coming to the mystery plays. Mystery plays, these plays deals with the themes that are taken from the Bible. Okay. Major events from the creation and fall of man through nativity, crucifixion and the resurrection of Christ to the last judgment. That means related to the Bible, the events in the Bible, all these things were written in this mystery plays. So when we take the major cycles, combination of miracle and mystery plays are important examples you have to remember. The Chester cycle 25. How many cycles are there? The Chester cycle 25. The Coventry of 42. The Wakefield 31. York 48. So these are the combination of miracle play as well as mystery plays. Okay. Now coming to the morality plays. Morality plays. These are related to man. These are allegorical plays. They present on the stage personified virtues and vices. What is virtue meaning? Good. Vices means evil things. So the good or evil things that are created by man, that are all, every man is presented as a hero in the morality play. You are going to get some morals, themes in this morality play. Satan is shown as wise and God or Christ are virtues. Death is rewarded as a sin. Example is Every Man. Every Man is the best morality play of the 15th century. Okay, so miracle plays or it deals with the lives of saints. Mystery plays consists the themes from the Bible. Morality plays, it is consisting of the virtues and vices of human beings. Okay. Now one more thing you have to remember. Interludes are also introduced in the 15th century itself. What is an interlude? These are the short entertainments inserted within a long play. Within a long play to entertain audience. To entertain. There will be a long play. Major big plays will be there. So the audience will be getting bored to watch these plays. In between, to make the audience, to make them humorous, to make them attentive, these interludes were introduced. Sometimes they may be farce, sometimes they may be humorous, sometimes satirical. Okay, so these interludes are introduced. But the best example for interlude is John Heywood, The Four Ps. John Heywood, The Four Ps is the best example for interlude. So if you go through all these things, you are going to crack your competitive examination, children. All the best.